Radical.
Welcome to Radical Rapid Fire, common response for February 20th through February 26th, 2023. Short comments, quick replies. Yes, it's been a hell of a long time, but we're going to try to start catching up right now. Martyville. If someone is annoyed being a bit bald and has the money, one can just go to Turkey and implant hair in Istanbul. It is very popular doing it there. Mostly Germans are going and doing it. Well, Martyville, I checked out an upload of this one guy going there to get it done, and it's actually a surgery. It is. I mean, actually, there's points in it to where it looks like it might be kind of painful, actually, and they give you pain medication after it. I'm not going to go into the process because, of course, Radical Rapid Fire, but as far as pricing, it's really not that bad. You know, there's these things called grafts, and I think you need about 2,000 or so, and it is about 70 cents a graft. So literally for about $1,000, you can actually go to Turkey and get a hair transplant. I mean, you know, you're risking a lot. I mean, leaving the state to go get surgery done somewhere else, but I don't know. You know, if you're really not liking being bald or a bit bald, I did read it actually works a whole lot better if you have thicker hair. I also saw a Joe Rogan interview where he says it's a stupid idea. It didn't really work for him for whatever reason because he had thin hair, but I didn't really look more into that. Any of you ever had a hair transplant? Did you go to Turkey? Red Stress 97. So, when will we get to hear your stories about dating black women? Well, what I'm trying to do, Red Stress 97, is collect maybe some more dating experiences with black women. Right now, there might just be 2 while I'm thinking about it. Maybe 3, I'm not sure. I used to have a Rick's Chick List, which is a folder on my desktop where I kept lots of pictures of the females, and it's really fun to go back through. It really is fun to go back through. I recommend it if a lot of you are not married and you're just kind of playing the field, because it's fun to kind of go back. And no, not a lot of them are dirty pictures. It's just pictures of the females, and I'm able to go back through memory lane. And you can remember these people, the experiences, and might actually help you, you know, if you're going through training to find yourself a future wife. Who knows, when I get a radical wife, maybe she might be black. But not like burnt charcoal black, not like Biggie Smalls black, you know, like a nice Halle Berry black, you know, like a BB, barely black. But yeah, Red, maybe in the future. I just don't have a lot right now. Will that be a new series? Radical Rick, not flea market stories. Dating black chick stories. Lancaster Jackster. Flea markets have surprised me countless times. I found so many great games for dirt cheap, such as Infamous and Splinter Cell. Interesting thing about Splinter Cell is it's the kind of game, they're really good games, but they're not like Call of Duty or Battlefield or Mortal Kombat. So a lot of people that sell video games and they have them in their bins or their boxes, they might let you have one for like $4 or $5 because they don't know much about Splinter Cell. But, you know, it's a lot of value if you pick that up for $4 or $5. Those are really fun stealth games. Also Infamous. I mean, you know, people have heard about like the Marvel games or, you know, just different various. What I'm saying is you might get some great deals on some games that are really great, but are just not like a Pokemon or a Mario, not the big names. And even I have some great games, but I can't really charge a lot for them because the market value is not super high, because even though they're great games, Lancaster Jackster, the thing about pricing is it doesn't really always amount to how great the game is. Just like on YouTube where, you know, you might have a channel that has a ton of subscribers. Somebody recently asked me a couple hours ago, how the hell does Review Tech USA have 1.3 million subscribers? I responded that that's not quality. And a lot of those people, they're not, you know? So it's not always pricing equates to value of a person or a game or quality. It doesn't work like that. Does not work like that in many, many respects. This should have went faster. That should have went faster, you know? I always sometimes try to link something else into it, and that was a poor move, but I can't. I don't have time to rethink it or redo it because we got to keep moving ahead. Radical Rapid Fire. Matt Tracker 8706. You took back a complete inbox mainstays heater. That will be worth $14.99 in a few years. How much did I pay for it? Was it $9.99? I forget. I mean, you know, you get a heater for like $9.99. It's not a bad deal. It's $10 heater. This was 11 months ago, by the way, from Matt Tracker. And funny, a year later, I'm taking back a Medea heater. Not Medea, Medea, not Medea, like the black man that plays a chick on the movies. And it's a much bigger heater. But I have some issues with that heater for the flea market. Maybe it's just I'm not destined to have any heater there. But I need something to heat me up with. Maybe in the middle. Maybe like a mid-size heater. that's better quality than Mainstays. Do any of you have any radical recommendations for maybe a mid-size heater, something I could put like on the tabletop that would work really well, put out a lot of heat for outside environments? Let me know in the comment section down below. I appreciate it in advance. Horn Dog 2068. How much is a sealed The Grinch starring Jim Carrey worth? I originally responded to you, it's as worth as much as you want to be worth. Maybe 4 or 5, $10 at the most. Well, you said sealed. Well, that's a hidden gem right there. That's going to be probably worth about $4,000 or $5,000, I would say. Yeah, I mean, what you got there, Horn Dog 2058, is something kind of like stadium events, I think. I'm not sure. Now, if you have Legend of the Bird King, well, we're not even talking about movies, though. Movies, I would say if you have like a sealed VHS, like an original Rocky sealed VHS, anything VHS from the 80s, originally sealed, now you're talking money. But it's as worth as much as you want to be worth. It's probably just worth more to keep it and to watch it every Christmas as one of the better Christmas movies. Love Jim Carrey, by the way. I'd share a different Jim Carrey story with you, but rapid fire. Art Bell 259. 11 days of rapid fire withdrawal has me returning to the newest video in the series. Food news, G30 meetup with mayors around the world. A goal, 0 meat and 0 dairy by 2030. Mate, gotta wonder if insects will be on the menu or breaded human nuggets. Oof. So you say 11 days without radical rapid fire. How about 4 months? It's been 4 months since one of these. I will try to keep it weekly once we get caught up, and I'm only 11 months behind, so it shouldn't take no time. So the idea is to have 0 meat and 0 dairy by 2030. Where exactly? You can cut out dairy. Dairy's not necessary. Dairy, not so necessary. But you can't cut out meat. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, you need meat. You need meat. Human beings were designed to run on meat. That's like putting all ethanol in a vehicle that wasn't designed for it. I mean, you can choose your meat. Fish, beef, chicken, whatever you got to do. Maybe you don't like slaughtering cows or whatnot. Then move on over to fish. Like, you have any issues killing fish? Fishers fishing. Come on, they're fish. They look like they're probably food. I mean, they don't look like delicious, but if anything, just eat fish. But me, chicken is my go-to. Try not eating meat and then go back to it. Your body will thank you. Just don't ever do it. There have been studies. For white people food, I'd pick meatloaf. Well, remember, that's a great choice. I will go double white on you. I'm going to go double white. Double white. Sound like that shit that you chew that makes your teeth and your mouth all smelly. Double mint gum? Yeah. Oh, I'll go triple white on you. How about meatloaf on white crackers? And after you get done with that, some double mint peppermint gum. Yeah, triple white. The Winged Avenger, 1007. James Rolfe has been losing his hair for over a year. Just look above his forehead. He did a good job of hiding it in certain vids, but recently it's become clear to me that he doesn't care. Well, if James Rolfe wanted to, I'm sure he has the money, he could go on over to Istanbul, Turkey, and he could get hair transplant surgery. But he'd have to take time away, or maybe not. I mean, he would just have to wear like a hat or something, a hat to hide it. There's scarring from what I've seen, because people got to do the implants, and then you look kind of like a patchwork, because you're basically going to poke with a lot of like machine stuff and whatnot. I'm not a guy. I mean, I watched it once, so maybe some of you, like I said, went through the hair transplant process. Hiding it, I don't see how he hid it. Did he just wear a hat a lot? Was it the angles, camera angles? Maybe he got some of that stuff in the can, the fibers. You can actually spray fibers and make it appear like you have thicker hair. Works with black hair pretty well. But I think the best thing you can do, really, is just not care. Just not care. I mean, unless you're like a Hollywood actor or something like that, and I mean, he's far from it. Hollywood actor. He was in that movie. I don't think his audience would really care that much, because he's not a male model or anything. If anything, it might help him even more to be balding, and he could work it into the uploads. Be like, he's angry that he's balding. And he could be like a running joke to where, like, I had in the thumbnail here, One Punch Man, just kind of like creeping in, and then his forehead shining, and then him looking up angry at him. Maybe you could do it video game wise with Bonk's Adventure. Bonk could come on and he's wearing a watch, right? You know where I'm going with this, right? Bonk could come on and he's wearing a watch, and he's pointing at it. And then he says, James, look at your forehead there. Look at me. You don't have any time. And then James looks at Bonk and says, "It's the fuck I've been trying to tell everybody. I just don't have any time."